Hello, everyone. We are going to start with the East Asia religious traditions and prophecies today. And East Asia are the lands from China, Japan, and Korea, and they have a variety of religious traditions, including strands of folk traditions. And the great traditions that we'll be talking about would be Confucianism, Taoism, Zen Buddhism, and Shinto. We have to understand that in this region, this is a fabric in which there is a combination of all of these traditions that will give a sense of spirituality and religion to the individual. So if we are going to analyze these religions, we of course can use the tool, the 7 dimensions of religion tool of Ninian Smart, but not each of them will have all the dimensions developed as the other religions like Islam or Catholicism, in the sense that they are complementary to each other. For example, they would answer some questions about human destiny looking forward to the answers of Buddhism. But then if they would like to answer other questions about morality, the dimension of morality, they will seek answers in Confucianism. And we may also talk that one of the dimensions is more emphasized on each one. For example, the first one that we are going to talk about is Confucianism, and it really emphasizes the dimension of ethics and morality. So we are going to start with Confucianism. Confucianism. Confucianism, of course, was founded by Confucius in China, and it's a very interesting philosophy because it has a lot of ethical dimension. It emphasizes about moral values and principles, and it really talks about what was happening in China at that moment. But before we go into it, we are going to learn a little bit about Confucius' life. Okay, so Confucius, he was born in Eastern China. He was from noble lineage, but he was poor. And his father died, so he was left alone with his mom, and his mom raised him, and he raised him to be an exceptional human being and an exceptional student. Actually, in the folk tradition of China, Confucius' mom is regarded as one of the best mothers and like a role model for mothers, okay? Because she raised this boy alone in that difficult time, and he turned out quite well. Okay, so he really made an effort to have success, and he was very good at studying about politics, history, literature, and all of that. So after that, finally, when he was 50 years old, he became a public official. Okay, and he public official, it means that he was starting to work at the government. All his teachings about how to create a better city, to be a better citizen, to be a better human being, are in the book called the Analects. Okay, he was really worried about the situation in China at that moment because had a lot of corruption, there was a lot of oppression, the people were not doing what was supposed they should be doing, their duty. Okay, so anybody, not only the rulers, but people, the citizens were not doing what they were supposed to do. They were not following ethics, they were not following values. So all his project, all his teachings are about that, on how you can become a better human being. So for him, he believed that learning is to discover what is to be a human. And then he has an explanation of what does that mean using the concept of the Chun Tzu, and really fostering people to follow the values and virtues. For example, what he calls the Jen, the Wen, the Li, the Shu, that we will be talking about later. Okay, so he really made a difference in China because after he taught all of this and became this public official, and he was really focusing on how government and people could be better, it really had a change, it had an impact, and people started having a better code of honor and making their duty, and things really went on well. So this what teaches us is that if you embrace ethics and you embrace what you are supposed to do and be responsible and follow virtue and what's good, then your city changes, because a city or a government or a country can change if the citizens, if each person doesn't change. So this is one of the main legacies of Confucius.